people walking on the other side of the road. You know, nobody did anything. You sit and you hold people's hand when they're dying, and he didn't even have that. Matt was very sociable. He was a hard worker. He liked to party and he'd chat with anyone. He was a character. He was sensitive. He was kind. And he just had this smile and just this kindness that everybody loved. His life changed when he had his son. Matthew loved being a dad. Some of his favourite times were being on the park with his son, feeding the ducks, going to soft play. He just couldn't believe that he'd got a son of his own, and he just absolutely adored him.
On Saturday the 10th of June 2023, 34-year-old Matthew Schofield was having drinks at a friend's house in Leicester. It continued into the early hours.
At about 1:45, CCTV shows Matthew cycling along to a local shop where he purchased some alcohol. He puts it into a bag and then he cycles away from the shop.
About 6 minutes later, police body-worn footage shows Matthew with his bike speaking to police officers who were helping someone.
He's cheerful, he's chatty, he's talking to the member of the public, trying to help him, but eventually Matthew's asked just to leave the officers alone.
Matthew returned to his friend's house for an hour until, at around 3 a.m, he set off with two friends to get some food. They were captured on CCTV heading towards a car park.
There were 6 or 7 cars parked in the car park. So as Matthew and his friends approach, some people get out of the cars and his two friends leave very quickly, leaving Matthew alone with a group of men. We know that then Matthew was assaulted. It falls to the floor. As soon as Matthew's assaulted, the group leave either on foot or in their cars. Matthew was left lying on the floor face down.
He stayed that way for 90 minutes. Only then did someone come to his aid.
A member of the public who was driving by sees Matthew and then approaches 2 police officers nearby.
My poor daughter rang. She said, "He's gone, Mum." And I just was screaming. It's so many different emotions. There's the numbness, there's the just complete loss. It was the worst feeling ever. He was on his own and that nobody was with him. You know, I'm a nurse. You sit and you hold people's hand when they're dying, and he didn't even have that. And I don't think I'll ever get over that. There was people walking on the other side of the road. You know, nobody did anything.
If somebody had called the ambulance or put Matthew in a recovery position, Matthew would be alive today.
To establish what happened that night, police spoke to witnesses and recovered CCTV of the area.
Our initial plans were to identify the individuals involved in the altercation and then movement away from the scene.
The CCTV helped police track a number of suspects through the vehicles that left the area. This led to police arresting 7 men on suspicion of murder. They remain on police bail. The 2 friends Matthew was with that night were also arrested, but released after it was quickly established they were not involved.
There was no motive to this killing that we can see. They had no connections to this group. It seems very senseless. We need to understand what happened to Matthew on the 11th of June. It's really important for us to understand that, not just for the investigation, but for Matthew's family.
It's been 7 months, and I just miss him so much. It never gets any easier. You just feel numb. The biggest thing is just the despair and think, oh my God, I'm never ever going to see him again. And I don't know whether that will ever sink in, because I don't even feel like I've grieved properly, because I'm too angry, and I just want to get in justice. I just want one person just to say what happened that night. I will never, ever stop till I know what happens with Matthew. Never. Matthew's little boy misses him so much. And I know that with his inquisitive mind, he will want to know. And he deserves to know.
This really is a tragic case.